So Jamal, thank you for joining me on my podcast, Un Cocoa Caliente, of course.
Little man got the digits.
Are you sure he got this, man? Cause I ain't going back inside cause some green ass nigga fucked up on his end.
So Jamal, tell me about yourself. Where you from? Where did you begin?
I'm from Long Island, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Freeport, Hempstead. I say the whole Long Island because I grew up coming up into different shelters and stuff like that, and it was in different towns, so
Okay.
different parts of Long Island. So I was in Westbury, Roosevelt, Hempstead, Freeport.
Mm-hmm.
So I just say I'm from Long Island, New York.
Okay. Nice
Yeah,
place.
yeah. It's cool in some areas, like
Yeah.
everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So that's where I'm from. And you said how I got started?
Yeah. How did you begin your acting career?
Um, I started off acting. I was in the music business, and I a guy, I met a guy backstage when I was actually doing a show, and
Mm-hmm.
he suggested that I gave it a shot. He was like, "You didn't never thought about acting. You got a good look, and you got some personality. You should try to act, man."
Definitely.
So I never thought about it, but then he placed the kind of like put the seed in my brain, and
Oh.
I went on an open audition for a Burger King commercial, and I booked it. I was like, oh shoot, I booked
Oh
something.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen the Sprite one.
yeah.
I seen the Sprite one, yes.
Sprite,
Yo, stop tripping. It's a promo for the show.
Sprite is me and Mac Wiles. Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, look at that, pretty nice. Yeah,
that
you
was for a show called The Breaks, and
okay.
Sprite and The Breaks kind of teamed up and partnered up, and then I
Okay.
was supposed to be on the second season of The Breaks, and then they
Uh,
canceled it.
oh,
They canceled it
okay.
right before I got on. I was mad.
So I see that you like to play vampire movies, wolves and all kind of Marvel fighter and all that stuff. I mean, tell me about that.
Well, that's basically like my dream roles. If I was getting asked what is my dream role, I would be like, vampire, Marvel
Mhm.
character. Because I've been in Marvel TV show. I'm play Shamik in the show Luke Cage.
Sick and tired of
What? Hmm? You sick and tired of what?
about sick and tired of the Knicks losing all the time, man.
So
Okay.
I got to be in a Marvel show, but I wasn't like the superhero or not. So my dream has always been to be one of the superheroes, or but I like the werewolf, like the movie Underworld. So I
Yeah.
like the Vikings and werewolves like that. I love those type of characters.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The vampire one kind of caught me because I'm like vampire because I got to see the Purge and that
Mm,
you were in and stuff like that. I'm like I see more of a shooter, one of them like Rambo type. I'm like
yeah,
vampire,
yeah.
pretty
Well,
different.
I get cast a lot for the shooter parts. Yeah, but a lot of actors always end up in roles that people see them as, but never they rarely get to the role that they see themselves doing. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying? So it's just perception. It's just what people see. But you have an ability to be an actor. You can do anything. You,
absolutely.
we can be this lawyer or this doctor or this, thug gangster, or you can be the cop, or you can, so I wanted to definitely get into the character acting.
Yeah, I see that you've been in several interviews, shows. talk, you speak about your inspiration and how you can inspire others, and in the acting career and what you've done so far. Tell me more about that.
Um, well,
You give them insights, you offer insights to the public. Tell me more about the insights.
Pursuing acting changed my outlook on life, but it kind of taught me how to deal with rejection, as more so you get more no's than yeses. When you attacking this business, you knocking on these doors. I might do 10 auditions and get book one. But if I were to quit, the first few that I didn't get, I wouldn't have got the one. So it kind of teaches you a lesson in patience and how to keep attacking, being consistent. And it's a big life lesson that people need to learn, because nowadays a lot of people quit so fast. They so used to getting everything fast, and if it doesn't work, they quit, they give up. So it kind of teaches you that lesson in patience. You got to have some type of patience to do it, and definitely you got to have some type of commitment.
well, I mean, when I'm asked about insight, I feel that I've been, um, I'm more of a seasoned actor now. Like, I've been in the game for over 13 years, and
Wow.
I've had some great success. And so when so I get asked about what to do and what moves to make a lot. So I offer plenty of insight. I always meet up with people that want to link up with me and pick my brain a little bit. I'm open to do that.
Mhm.
My thing, I ain't charging people and all of that. Is my whole thing is pay for the lunch and we can have the meat.
That's good. That's good.
You
That's
know,
very,
yeah,
very, very nice of you. That
yeah.
not everyone does that.
Yeah, so I offer insight, and a lot of people have the same problem. It's just most of it being consistency. Most actors are not consistent enough. So and a lot of people think that, oh, if I do 5 things and I didn't get it, I should maybe this ain't for me. But I
Mhm.
do 5, 10 things and don't get it, and then get the 11th. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't stop, man. You gotta be
Mhm.
consistent. So I'm always offering insight to people coming up, because I remember I didn't really have, I just jumped in it, so I didn't really have anybody giving me any insight when I started. You know,
Wow. Well, at what age did you started acting?
man, I was young. I don't really get into ages and I don't remember details, but I was young. I was
Yeah.
young, running around, probably like 20, probably like 20, something like that.
Wow, wow. That's good. That's good that you don't give up. A lot of people do give up. They're not consistent. They get into a career and it's like they give up easy because it becomes very intense.
Oh
And
yeah,
some people can't handle that intense part of getting up there, coming up in the industry. It's not easy in many ways. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do in the industry. It takes a lot of hard work, but it pays off in the long run. It pays off.
most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, it does pay off. Tell me about Power. That's my favorite show.
I, yeah, yeah. What do you want to know about power?
Well, I remember the part where I mean I can say it because now it's past that already.
Yeah, yeah,
Usually
yeah,
you blow up the spot. Everybody's like, "Why are you talking about the show? I haven't even seen that part." But
yeah,
the part where you were in the house and
yeah, yeah.
and the
That
and the
part.
kids said, tell them to stop. I was
Yeah. So I played Brains,
like, no.
in season 4, and I was basically 50 Cent's right hand man.
Mhm.
Um, and we basically got Tariq into robbing houses,
Yes.
and things like that. And everybody blamed me for saying I'm the reason Tariq is bad. But he was already gonna be bad. Both sides. But yeah, so that part specifically, yeah, we were robbing. He set it up. So he walked in the house um, and we kind of like let him be the decoy, sent him in the house, and then it was set up to rob the house. And then I told him to leave. I actually said, "Yo, listen, take this phone, and when you get home, call me."
Yes.
I went upstairs. Then he came upstairs to look and see what we were doing, and that's when he seen the lady or whatever, and seen my friend
Yes.
on the top of the lady, and then
Yeah.
I was taking all the money. Yeah. Then he yelled out my name. Hey, Brains, he'll tell him to stop. And then
Brains, tell him to stop.
that's when I shot the lady.
I know. She was like, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, she got shot.
Had to go. and then after that, man, Black Twitter went crazy. They was like, because at first they used to say, he's bad as hell. Somebody needs to kill his ass. And as soon as I start chasing him, they was like, leave him alone. You so mean. Like, they could be mine.
Yeah, that was a good show. I can't wait to, comes back up. It's my favorite show. I don't want to talk to anyone when that show is on. Forget it. It's on. I'm like, nope, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that was actually my favorite show before I got on it. When I first got the call to read for it, I was just excited. I was like, damn, I love this show.
Wow.
Got there, the writer, creator Courtney Kemp, she was like, we've been looking at you for a minute. We just had to find a part that, fit.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool. I was excited.
Yes, it was. You did good. You did very good, Brains. You did very good. Tell me about Orange is the New Black.
I got booted, that's what.
3D got his own ideas about right and wrong, like he Robin Hood or something.
Well, Orange is the New Black was the female prison show on Netflix. I had the privilege of being on it before it blew up and got big for real. So I played Janae Watson's boyfriend, girl. If fans that watch it, it's the girl that was the track star. Yeah, I'm the reason she's in jail.
Oh, not good, bad boy.
Yeah. Me and her were robbing check cashing places and things like that.
Oh, wow.
And she ended up getting caught, and I left her there to get caught. So people think I'm a bad person because of that. But
oh, wow. Let me see. You was bad in Power.
Yeah.
You was bad in the first Purge.
Yeah, the first Purge.
Bad in Orange is Black. Let's see.
Wait. The first Purge was different.
You was nice.
We was bad, but we end up fighting for the revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The revolution. So a lot of people, when they see me and they recognize me from that, they call me Zoe.
Okay.
Renzo from the Purge.
Yo. Zoe, how we doing?
Quiet. Locked down, all good. Oh, one thing. Fat ass Cap A didn't show up to work today. Bet you this motherfucker out there purging.
What else?
But when a lot of people recognize me from that, they don't think that I was bad.
That picture fell down. Something happened here. Picture fell down.
Yeah, that's my daughters and my
little beautiful. Oh my God.
My twins.
Oh,
I really think these regular folk gonna pop each other like gangsters when the time comes.
Shit, yeah. People pissed. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no food. They gotta release the anger.
Bullshit. They participated. It'll be for that paper, trust
Tell
me.
me about BET, the Jamel Howard tales.
Um, well, it ain't the Jamel Howard tales.
That's
It's
how I saw it in your reel. It was like
um,
Jamel Howard tales. I'm
Jamel
like,
Howard was on Tales.
yeah.
Tales is a show that there's a Irv Gotti created.
It's my third count. Y'all off 21K. What's up with that?
What? And count it again.
I ain't counting shit. You better go to your mama house and find that 21K or you gonna have a real problem with Slim.
On BT. It's called
Okay.
Tales. I'm on the episode called Trap Queens.
Okay.
With me and oh man, there's so many. The guy that plays Bobby Brown, you might know
Okay.
him as, yeah, he's
Yes.
in it. And a couple of other good friends of mine are in it.
Okay.
Lance Gross
Okay.
and some other guys. So I play like basic. Well, I can't say it's a bad guy,
Mhm.
because he kind of like is friends with someone, and friends with this girl, and she took down this drug dealer to take over because the drug dealer killed her boyfriend. So
Oh.
she took him down and opened up a business in the boyfriend's name. And I was friends with the boyfriend. So
Oh, okay.
and I saved her life at the end, and shot 2 people for her. And so
Yeah.
it's not bad guy, but it was cool. It's cool. It's a good show. It's called Tales on BT. The show is it's basically like what Irv Gotti did was take songs and
Okay.
make them episodes.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
when you
different.
get Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell, it kind of like has the episode I Got a Story to Tell. And
Oh, wow.
yeah. I
That's
also,
different.
yeah, it's different. And it's
Yeah.
a good way to do it because you're gonna always have content when you do something.
Yes.
There's a lot of songs to choose from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
That's
also wrote on one of the episodes as well.
okay.
Yeah, Bodak Yellow.
Bodak Yellow. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. Yes, I do. I like the Bodak Yellow.
Mhm.
Jamel, tell me about, we work together in Trap. So tell me about Trap. What did I know what was your project on Trap? Because I know that you were directing, correct?
Yeah, well, what happened was Maria, I got asked to do it. I got asked to do Trap, and at the time, I was in between 2 things, so I had some time to burn.
Yes.
So when I seen the project, I was like, okay, and I just said it needs a little tweaking here and there,
Mm-hmm.
So some stuff I helped like reorganize a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I seen them shooting, when we got to it, I seen them shooting. I just wanted to offer my insight on as my experience, and offer the insight as a director as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I just jumped in and was like, listen, we can do this shot like that, and then it just turned into helping them direct. But
Yeah.
that's what that was about.
But you did good. You did good. I liked the funeral part. Yes.
Yeah.
I listened to everything you told me. I was surprised I did good. I mean, that was like the best part. I liked, the funeral
Yeah,
part. When they told me talk to him
yeah.
like you talking to your husband, I'm like, do you
That,
really want me to do that?
right. That was good. That was good. You did good too. You did real good.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
The
it was.
scene came out real good. There was something in it that it was something in the scene that I wanted that I would have loved to change, but we didn't have the time in
Mm-hmm.
there. But it was something in the scene. I think it was one shot. It was like the back of somebody's head. I think it could have been behind somebody. Something that I would like,
Mm-hmm.
used to do that over. But you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We have fun doing that. It came out good.
Yes, I had a lot of fun working with you actually because it was like you were one way when we were all chatting, but then when the cameras were on, you just became a total different person.
Yeah, yeah.
So at
Time to get
first I
busy.
was a little nervous, but then I understood, work is work because it was my first time acting. So,
You know? Oh, okay. Yeah,
so
got
I
you. Yeah,
was
yeah,
nervous because I've
yeah.
never like even thought about acting, it was just something
Hmm.
that happened. And I was like, okay, he's serious now. Let me stand straight, let me
Right,
do what I have
right.
to
You'll be
do.
like, yep, action, call it. Listen, you get into it.
Yes, yes, but
Yeah,
you're good directing. You did a great job because you made me feel comfortable. And I like
yeah.
that. Not every director does that. Some directors make you feel nervous, and that's very important when you're
Yes,
directing to make, to help the actor feel comfortable so they can open up more and, you know,
absolutely,
instead of you
absolutely.
constantly shooting the part because the person's
Yeah.
nervous.
When I was shooting The Purge, there was a scene that and the, he was adding the director was adding stuff too. Sometimes he'd be like, "Oh, look, just scrap that, change that." So you had to relearn some little parts of the script.
Okay.
But there was a part where in The Purge where I'm like leaning down and I'm looking at the dead bodies and I'm telling the main character, D, I'm telling him these was mercs.
Yes.
They was from da da da, just giving them the whole 411 on it. And when we was rehearsing that scene,
Mm-hmm.
I was reading the script off the paper because we was just doing a
Mm-hmm.
walkthrough. But I stopped, I put the paper down and I was just, doing some of the lines and I forgot some of the lines. And the director, he looked at me, he was like, yo, he said, you need to know all of that. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
time to get busy, da da da. And I was like, yeah, I know, but a few things change, but I'm gonna be all right.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, but you should know it now. Like he wanted it now. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed to know it now. I was like, man,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna shoot for another hour. I'll get it locked in.
Oh
Want
God.
it now. Like you need to know now. Like we need to stop. You can't be playing around. He gave me this whole thing. And you have to be able to absorb that and use everything, or even if you feel that you don't need that, you still have, that's what wisdom is, knowing
Yes.
when to shut up and just use the knowledge that's given to
Hmm.
you,
Yes.
or just let it absorb to you. Because I knew that I had to be ready in an hour. He didn't even have to tell me that. But
Yeah.
I as a humble student, you got to take all of that, and then you got to make sure you on point and get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when it was all cool, but then when he was like, "Yo, it's time," like he wasn't playing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And he wanted delivered. So and I had to deliver it, and I did. I, you
That's
know,
good.
but those are the type of things. So when you say, you was nervous, I you're gonna be in positions where you're gonna be even like you're gonna really be nervous. Like
Yeah.
I could have folded right there under that pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because we were shooting. I'm talking about this is universe. This is huge. We got
Yeah.
everybody setting up cameras, car explosions, everything ready, and then boom, action. And you don't know your line, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So
I know. I can
um,
imagine.
yeah, so it's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a lot of pressure. So just some advice is be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes, I go through that uncomfortability every day, so hopefully I can handle that behind, on the cameras. Because
Yeah,
it's different when the cameras come on. When they're off, you're like, okay, whatever. But when the
yeah,
cameras go on, it's like you're like, oh my God, it's on? Really? Okay,
absolutely.
I guess
Yeah,
I gotta start now, you
when they
know?
when they do the action and they right on your face.
Yes. That's the
But,
scary part. Like I'm like, okay, it's me. Yeah, it's your turn to talk. I'm like, okay.
well, soon when your preparation meets everything else, you will be comfortable in them parts because you're gonna be well prepared.
Yes.
It's gonna be like, I know what I gotta do, so I
Yes.
don't care what's going on. It's gonna be easy.
I'm like, Jamel told me.
That's
Jamel told me. Jamel
right.
told me. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, I gotta remember what you say. I'm like, I remember what Jamel said. You know,
Yeah, because
you did
that's
the
the fun
breathing
part.
test too.
Then it becomes fun.
Yes,
You know?
yes. And you also did tell me about love and happiness. You also did that.
Love and happiness.
Oh, wait
Yeah,
a minute. Whoa, hold on. I never heard you sing. Hold on.
that's that's a biopic, an Al Green biopic. Being like we was just talking about parts I get cast. I get cast as the bad guy a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wanted to do a period piece, you know, the 70s, 60s, that type of thing. So I haven't gotten cast at that point. I haven't even done a read for any part like that. So
Okay.
what I did was I wanted to create my own.
Love and happiness.
So what I did was I put together a project for Al Green, and I
Okay.
played Al Green, and
Okay.
drew a lot of interest, and,
Wow.
and, and end up becoming getting quite a buzz from a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people. And the project first started out as me just wanting to find a way to display my range, my acting range, um, doing playing this iconic soul singer that became a reverend,
Okay.
um, and showing the singing skills. Like I do this, just showing the this broad spectrum of me having these different abilities in acting, because all you get to see is me be the bad guy all the time. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Yeah.
So, but like I said, it turned into something else because it caught a buzz, and a few people are interested in the project.
Yeah, I liked it, the whole Afro thing and the shoes and stuff. I was
Yes,
like, I said, I like that. That's cool. I remember those days.
I directed it, I cast it, I acted as I was him. I did I wore so many hats to get that done.
Wow. You did a
Yeah,
great job. I did like it. It was
thank you.
different than The Purge and Power.
Yeah,
It was just, hearing you in the music, and now that I hear you sing as well,
yeah.
I didn't know you sing. Oh my God.
I'm an actor, so I can do voices enough to mimic somebody for you to think I can.
Okay. So you can sing. You can sing or what?
I can sound like I can sing. I didn't say I can sound like it.
You do the bathroom singing, right? You know how everyone sings very well in the bathroom.
I'm an A+ singer in the bathroom. Okay? In the
Everyone sounds
bathroom,
good.
yeah. When I hit the bathroom, I'm music soul child. I can, all of them. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's bathroom singing.
So you told me about music at the beginning of the interview. You was telling me you started with music
Yeah.
before you became an actor. What did you do in music? Was it singing,
I was
writing?
a rap artist.
Let's see. Life goes on without you or with you, but it's still too short. You can get murked for a bag of perp in a Newport. The game changed, so you gotta find you a new sport. Life's the I'ma play the pimp like Too Short. God, is it possible to eat and not lose thought? Cause the devil keep inviting me to his food court. My hood quiet, that's what the dude with the Jews thought. But we insomniacs, ain't no sleeping in New York. He's a fool.
Okay,
I was a rap
cool.
artist signed to Fat Joe Uncle was my manager at the
Oh,
time.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what happened? No more music?
Well, I still do music here and there, but here's the thing: music changed a lot since back then,
Yes, it
and
did.
um, it's more profitable in film, and I can incorporate music into my own film or into film, but it just wasn't really profitable for me at that time, and it seemed like it was going to a dead end. I got taken advantage of it because I just was learning the business. So I was with a company that ended up taking money from my project. Like a label gave the company money for my project, for my album, and they stole the money, and
Oh
I
wow.
didn't know they even got money, but apparently they got like 200,000 for my project, and I didn't get $0. So I was fed up with music on the business side at that point, and when I met the guy that said, "Yo, you should try to get into the acting," so that kind of like turned me in a different direction. But that goes with the saying that life is not happening to you; it's happening for you. That's what that means, because where I can take it as, dang, they robbed me for my money. I got a deal and I didn't even get the money for it because this company took the money, but all of that was supposed to happen because I was never supposed to go into that, and now I'll be making more money than what I would have been doing there. You know what I'm saying? That was a dead end. It was like a dead end job. You know what I'm saying? The
Wow.
music sales and everything start to drop. At
Yeah.
that point, it was actually turning and dropping.
Oh
Then
wow.
everything switched to digital and streaming and
Yes.
YouTube streams and all of this stuff. So
Well, things happen for a reason, you know.
that's a fact.
I mean, people start off as one thing and then they ended up doing something else. It's always something.
They
There's
end up
always
finding
something.
a purpose.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
a purpose for it. And I mean, you're a great actor. I really
thank
like. I was watching your movies and I'm like, wow, he's pretty good, you know. And I'm like, I hope I can do that one day, you know, because you're very convincing. I like the convincing part. Not everyone is convincing. You know.
Yeah, well, the best actor is when you barely doing any acting.
Yes.
That's how you be
Yes.
convincing because you're true to the character.
Yes. You do a great job. Trust me. I'm not just saying that because I'm interviewing you. It's because it really is true.
Thank you.
I really do like that because some people cannot hold that. It's just I've watched other actors that have been acting for years and I mean longer than you have, and I see a show or something they're doing and I'm like, I don't want to watch this. You know, and they've been in the acting business for years and I'm like, oh, they're whack. You know, so
Yeah.
very convincing, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And any new projects going on?
Yes. So I'm playing the rapper Tretch from Naughty by Nature in this new Salt and Pepper biopic.
Pepper's here and we're in effect. How you like us now?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, I want to
So
see that.
yeah, the Salt and Pepper biopic. Remember Salt and Pepper had the hit song "Push It."
Yes, push
Yeah.
it very good.
Tretch is married to Pepper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Like right before this quarantine, and like like a month or two before that, I was actually just wrapped that movie up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some clips. Yeah, that you were posting, advertising, and I was like, that looks pretty cool. Looks like it's gonna be nice, and I can't wait.
It's gonna be a real good project. It's gonna be real good.
Wow, I can't wait. I'm like excited.
Yeah, I think they pushed the date back a little bit. Um, it was this summer, but they pushed it back because of everything. So
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know when the date is, but it's coming.
Yeah. The whole quarantine thing, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm hanging on. Hopefully it'll be over soon.
I doubt that.
You doubt it?
Yeah,
That was very convincing too.
yeah. I mean, it's realistic.
Yeah.
At this point, I think that the way things are constructed and has been done, speaking in terms of our government and just adding up what I've seen and taking all of that and then into consideration and using common sense and then a little bit of intelligence and then some of my science brain, because I'm a big science nerd. Nobody,
Oh.
I love science. And mix all that together and you come up with, it's not gonna be going anywhere anytime soon.
Wow. I know.
Because it's something that they're talking about. They wouldn't even have a vaccine for it for another year. But
Yes.
even when they have a vaccine, vaccines are not are not good. So is nobody? Well, I'm not taking any vaccines.
Me
So
neither.
and we ain't doing none of that crap.
So
So we already got tricked like that a long time ago.
yes.
Vaccines, and then next thing you know, all these kids with autism and all of this stuff.
Yes.
So the vaccine is not, and then um, it's just not a good idea. I
No.
see Bill Gates pushing this vaccine stuff. Why would I want a vaccine from a businessman that has nothing to do with? He's not even a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not even a doctor.
You might turn into a frog, right?
But you want to you locked up Dr. Sebi for not practicing as a doctor, but you letting over here this dude Bill Gates run around talk about vaccines. He's not like,
Yeah.
it's
No.
crazy, man. So I won't be taking that, but I don't see this thing going anywhere because it's something different. It's made to uh, mutate in each person differently. So even
Yes.
if they did have something that can actually slow it down or stop it, it will not work for everybody because it's the virus in every person is going to change different according to that person,
Yes.
and then duplicate itself when somebody else get it from that one person. So you might see 50 different strands of the same thing. They just not using their science brain, and I'm pretty sure there's scientists wanting to offer it, but due to our leader or whatever.
The second time you're praying pause. I think your daughters are calling you.
Right. Yeah. Now, they're calling me. They call me right on Zoom on our thing too. Video chat, So. But yeah, so that's just I just don't see it happening like changing that fast.
Yeah.
Well, though we'll get through it. It's just not gonna be that fast. It's a slow. It's gotta build to get better. When everybody start coming to their human intelligent brain.
I hope so because there's many people out there not wearing a mask. On top of it, the hygiene, and I don't know. I think this is going to change people with their hygiene because now you gotta clean this and clean that. And it's yes, people should have been doing that a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's going to teach a lot of people why it's so important to wash your hands, and be clean.
I don't touch nothing anyway, so I'm the
Yes.
I'm the person that's bumping the door like, boop, open.
You're the one saying, "Hey, what's up?" with the elbow.
Yeah, like,
how you doing?
Yeah.
You gotta stay safe.
Absolutely.
What can you do? Well, Jamel, it was a pleasure interviewing you, having you on Cocoa Caliente podcast.
Cocoa Caliente. That's how you say.
Yes, Cocoa Caliente. Yes.
Cocoa Caliente. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. It was a pleasure. I've been trying to get you for the longest. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta interview him. And I know you're a busy man, and I appreciate you took the time to let me interview you. And
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely. I had fun. I appreciate you.
thank
And I
you.
thank you for your time as well.
Absolutely. Let everyone know where they can plug you in at.
Yeah, you can follow me and at Jamel at IG on the real Jamel Howard, JERMEL Howard, HOWARD, and that's Jamel Howard on everything, Twitter,
Yes.
Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, Jamel, speak to you and take care.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Wear your
you.
mask. Wear your mask.
In the car. Yeah, I got. Oh no, in fact, I got it in the kitchen.
Okay. See
Yep.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.